Alright, so we're here at Houston Raceway.
That's fine too.
Brother's gonna run his bet. What are you hoping for?
Go for
11.5.
So every time you have a goal or something like that, I'm always disappointed.
So as we get ready to go here,
So he's gonna set a realistic expectation of 11.5. Alright, we're gonna get the data log going. He's about to get in line. We just want to make sure all the shift points are good. Last time we left it, we had 25 degrees of timing. We got it from the shop at 23, so we threw 2 more degrees. If we have time, maybe I could throw in a little more timing down low, make some tweaks here and there, but we're just gonna leave it the way it is from what we did the other night. Let's see what it does. Let's do it.
LS3's got in her.
For 11.5, he pulled off an 11.1 at 122. That is damn good. We're gonna up the shift points a couple hundred RPMs and see if we can get it closer to 11 flat maybe.
Oh, for Camshaft, that's a lot.
Alright, we didn't catch the first run, but my buddy had a GoPro mount, so now we're gonna get a good perspective. You might be able to go again.
What do you mean?
Because there's not like a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
here.
like a third time?
So this time we'll get it recorded from the inside, and maybe the next one, stick it on the outside maybe. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and record from outside of the car. I just feel like it'd be a better point of view. This is the second run. We're going to attempt to get at least 11.0 or maybe knock on a 10.9 second pass. Alright, getting ready for pass number 2. Try and get that 10-second pass. Even in 11.0, you gotta move in the right direction. Come on. 10 seconds, 10.9. Thank you, George. .3, 121. All right, so let's kind of unpack this data log from this last run, 11.3. for starters, first and second gear, it did hit rev limit hard first and second gear. Even though we're commanding like a 6,800 shift point first and second, it overshoots it by quite a bit. Right here is where it hits rev limit, and then it has an awkward transition to second gear. But the rest of the gears are actually good, second to third, third to fourth, and it finishes the quarter and fourth gear. And if we hit play here, I noticed one more thing, that we might be a little bit aggressive on the timing, because, okay, this is second gear. As it gets into third gear and stays on load, right there, we did experience a little bit of knock retard. Right here, it took out a 1 degree at the peak, like 1.5 degree. So I entered 26, but it's actually picking up 26.5. So we do need to pull that 1 degree out that we added. Looks like 25 is basically the limit of this motor before it gets spark knock. Looks like we're probably gonna have to do 85 or maybe 110 octane if you want to run anything more than 93 octane. But yeah, 25 degrees is probably the absolute peak for this motor to be safe. So let's make an adjustment. Let's lower the first and second shift point. We'll probably leave the second, third to fourth alone, take a degree out of timing, and try it again. So the last one of the night ended up being an 11.2, which is interesting because that means the very first run was the best of the night. But it's nice to have HP tuners because we haven't always had access to this, data logging information, and we can kind of understand why it's doing what it's doing. And as we made more and more runs, the IAT was getting higher and higher. This last one, we made the mistake of letting it run in the lines leading up to the race. What you want to do is probably leave the car off, and if you want, you can push it up to the line, but that, kind of, sometimes you get some funny looks when you push your car up to the line because people expect it to be fast, and then, it's might not be as fast as what people think, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But, where is it at? I saw IAT here somewhere. Intake air temp. Yeah, so this is like getting ready to launch. IAT is 156. That is pretty high. And then, of course, when you get going, getting up to speed, real quick, it starts to drop. 119. I think towards the end of the track was like at 100. But still, it was a cold night. It could have been a lot lower. Yeah, so this car needs very minor things probably to hit a 10.9. We're thinking like a drag pack. We'll get some light wheels on there, get some runners in the front. Obviously not have a full tank of gas. We might even do E85 to run a little bit more aggressive timing. My buddy was mentioning running colder plugs. Basically, from this point, I believe we can fine tune it to a 10.9. And some might joke and say that just a driver change would probably do it. You're probably right, but let's see if we can do it with my brother driving, and that would be freaking awesome if we can pull that off. But if you like this video, like, subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.